Hi, in this video, I'm going to talk about our online commercial acumen simulation, which is the Best Cafe. In this Best Cafe simulation, individuals work in teams to make several relevant business day-to-day decisions, and they try to understand the commercial impact of those decisions. Those decisions includes across the spectrum, likes of marketing, staffing, operations, overall planning, budgeting, and so on. And all of that through a very highly interactive online platform. So let me introduce you to the Best Cafe online simulation platform. Every team will have access to a similar platform. They'll get the login ID and details, and they'll be starting to make basic decisions. Initially, each team will be given a certain amount of startup capital, and they need to make the initial decision like what kind of furniture they need to buy to start and run their coffee shop. What kind of equipments or machines do they need to buy? Once they have made the initial startup decisions, then they need to make the overall recurring decisions which a business has to make, like a coffee shop, every week. The decision starts with procurement, which means how much quantity to order and at what price, what quality. Decisions goes into staffing and hours. So how many employees to hire, how many managers to hire, what wages do they need to pay them, what salaries do they need to pay them. Decision also includes related to marketing, but they need to decide, do they want to spend on marketing? If yes, what kind of avenues? Should they put an online ad? Should they put a radio ad? Decision also includes at times several special decisions, and each of these will change every week. So for example, in week 1, the special decision could be whether to buy or not an insurance. Now, if they buy that insurance, it's great. But if they don't, a couple of weeks later, they might realize that there is a fire, and if they haven't bought an insurance and the other team has, they'll have severe losses. And these are all recurring business decisions they need to make. After every week's overall decision, they're going to get a summary. These are the kind of decisions we have made. They also need to perform their overall cash budget analysis based on the decision. They get an estimated sales numbers, they'll get estimated cost, and they'll get to also know that how much cash they're going to be ending with. They'll also get to know and calculate their overall business break even. So these are all commercial decisions to do with numbers, but they also will get to make the decisions relative to their creativity. That do they need to create a brand logo? What kind of logo? What could be their advertising campaign? Because they're running a coffee shop, what kind of overall decisions in terms of cup design, a company tagline, menu, and so on and so forth, right? So the decision does not only include commercial decisions, but also on the creative side of things. Every week, they're going to get updates about the market. So they're going to get a labor report, which will tell them average wages and so on and so forth. They're going to get customer survey reports every week. So for example, in week 3, for the customer survey report for this team, the customers are saying the price is not great, but the ambiance and service is brilliant. And there's some suggestive feedback. And again, at the end of every week, teams will have their overall performance dashboard. That what has happened this week. So share of revenue, 21%, it's ranked 1 amongst other teams. And they can also see over the multi-week journey, their overall performance. So for example, if I need to see how is this team's share of revenue evolved over the 5 weeks of running the cafe vis-a-vis other teams, I can look at it here. And then finally, every week, once they make the decisions and submit, they're going to get their income statement, as you see on the screen, balance sheet, and cash flow statement prepared, right? So they don't need to prepare these numbers, but what they'll understand that every decision they have made in the simulation that results in these numbers. And that is what is commercial acumen. You try to understand the commercial impact of your non-commercial decision. Now, at the end, what the teams will be able to see is their overall leaderboard. So which team is making how much profit, what is going on out here. And as companies, if you think that you want to overweight customer satisfaction above profits, we can also create a weighted average scorecard. So different KPI measures could be given weightage, and at the end, with a team which performs across all parameters would be judged as winner. And that's the overall summary of BizCafe online strategy simulation. Thank you.